Hello and welcome to Yourpedia. My name is Aman Sharma and I am your mentor for CSE at Yourpedia. So today we'll be solving some questions that were asked in Technical Assistant A exam of NIC, and the topic is algorithms and data structure. So the first question here is, the height of binary tree is the maximum number of edges from any root to the leaf path. So it is saying, it is explaining you the definition of height. So as you can see, this is the tree. Now from this root to this leaf, the maximum height is, so the height is number of edges in between. So number of edges are 2. So this is the definition of height, which is equal to h. So it is asking, if you have the height h, then what is the maximum number of nodes in a binary tree of height h is? So you cannot consider this binary tree in this case, because in this height is 2, but these are not maximum number of nodes. Maximum number of nodes is for this when this will be a complete binary tree. So we have a direct formula for this one, 2 raised to power h plus 1 minus 1. So when you have height equal to 2, so 2 raised to power h plus 1 will be equal to 2 plus 1 minus 1, which is equal to 2 raised to power 3 minus 1, which is equal to 7. If you have this as your binary tree, let's say that this is your binary tree complete. So this is your binary tree. Now number of nodes in between root and leaf node is equal to 3. And if you apply the formula, it will be 2 raised to power 3 minus 1 minus 1, 2 raised to power 3 plus 1 minus 1, which is equal to 2 raised to power 4 minus 1, which is equal to 16 minus 1, which is equal to 15 nodes. Now 15 nodes, you can count this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. So this will give you the maximum number of nodes for a binary tree with having height as equal to h, and the definition of height is given as this, which is a maximum number of edges in any root to leaf path. So the correct option will be option C. So let's move on to the next question. The running time of algorithm Tn, where n is the input size given by, so they have given you an recurrence relation, plus Qn, where Q is some constant. Now in asymptotic terms we will ignore the constants. So we will compare, let's say that we will compare, the values are this, we will compare n raised to power log Ba with, we will compare this with, this is f of n. So we will compare this with n. Now in this case n log 2 base 8 will be compared with n. So n log 2 base 8 is nothing but n cube, which is equal to n. So this will be compared, n cube will be compared with n. Now n cube is surely greater than n. So this implies time complexity for this recurrence relation will be order of n cube. So the answer will be option C, which is order of n cube. Now the next is the number of possible binary trees with 4 nodes is. Now there is a formula, it is nothing given in this. So you will be considering unlabeled nodes for this one. So there is a direct formula, 2n Cn divided by n plus 1. If you put this in this, so 8 factorial, n is equal to 4 by, so first of all it is 8c4 by 4 plus 1 is 5. So 8c4 can be written as 8 factorial by 4 factorial by 4 factorial into 5, which can be further divided into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 factorial divided by 4 factorial divided by 4 factorial and 5. 4 factorial will cancel out each other. You can write this 4 factorial as 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Now this 4 into 2 will cancel out this one, 8, 3 to 6, and after that 5 will cancel out, 5 will be, which will be equal to 14. So the correct option will be option C. Now if you don't remember the formula in the exam, there is also one brute force method, which is, you can use it this way. So first case we will see is case 1, where root has 2 children. Root will have 2 childs, 1, 2. So fourth node can go here 1, 2, 3 and 4. So these are 4 trees which are possible when the number of children for the root node is 2. Second case is root node will have only left child. When root node is having left child, you cannot put a node here because it is only having left child. After that 2 nodes are remaining. Now 2 nodes can be given as this way, 1, 2, or this way. Next is you can give it the right child and the left child, or you can do is that this is having 2 children. So this is 4 number of nodes are possible here, 5 number of nodes are possible here. Third is root child is having right child. So when root node is having right child only, the remaining number of cases will be similar for this one. You will put 2 here, then left right, then you will put the left child here, then again left right, and then 2 child for this one. So this will also give you 5 cases. So total number of cases will be 5 for this one plus 5 plus 4. So it will be 14. You can also calculate this by using brute force, or you can directly apply the method. Now the next question is, an algorithm is made up of 2 modules M1 plus M2 in order of M1. So if the order of M1 is f function of n and order of M2 is g of n, then what is the order of algorithm is? So let's say that this is the algorithm in which we have 2 modules, M1 and M2. So the time complexity of this one is given as order of f1, this one is order of g of n. So normally what we do is we normally divide this by, we normally add this one, f of n into g of n. This will be the order of the algo. But here we will be missing one step. Let's say that the order of this one is n square and order of this is n. So when you add these n square plus n, when you write this in asymptotic forms, you will simply write order of n square. Let's say that this was f of n was log n and this was log n. So what you will do is you will add these log n plus log n. But when you do this asymptotically, you will just take the bigger one. So though we are using f of n plus g of n, the final answer, the final time complexity will always come out to be max of f of n comma g of n. Both are correct, but this one is the stronger answer. So we will choose a max f of n g of n as our answer. So I hope you understood the concept that we have used in these questions. We have taken the very basic questions from the technical assistant exam A, and most of the questions that are asked in technical assistant A are very straightforward. So if we cannot explain the whole concept, like where these terminologies come from, where the I applied the master theorem, so how it came out to be the second case of master theorem, not the first case or not the third case. So these things cannot be covered in a short video. So you can, we have started a module for NIC, so you can go onto our website. The module is already started, so you can go to our website and you can join the module where we will be covering all the topics of NIC, the exam and the syllabus that is mentioned on the site. We will be covering all the theoretical and all the numerical part of the question, and we will be making that sure that everything is covered so that you will be able to tackle these basic questions which require a lot of understanding. So thing is, these questions are basic, but they will challenge your basic concepts of the subject. So if you don't have the clarity that whether this is a strong answer or this is a strong answer, then you will not be able to tackle those questions. So I hope you like the video. So keep watching and keep preparing. Thank you.